February 12, 2018. A woman visits the Massage Envy in Midlothian for an appointment with Sean Robinson, a licensed massage therapist. During that visit, according to a civil suit, Robinson sexually assaulted the woman. 2 days later, at the same spa, another woman had an appointment with Robinson. During that massage, she says she was raped. And a little more than a year later, a grand jury agreed with her. According to our research, since 2015, police have investigated 5 alleged sexual assaults at 3 Massage Envy locations in the Richmond area.
I guess went into survival mode and just completely froze up.
As we first told you last night, Henrico police say Anthony Contino victimized a client at the Short Pump location last August. He is now awaiting trial on an aggravated sexual battery charge. Stuart Ryan is the attorney for Contino's accuser. He says the number of sexual assaults that have occurred at Massage Envy locations across the country should be considered an epidemic.
It doesn't appear as though anything is being done. The fact that sexual assaults continue to occur evidences that nothing is being done or the right things aren't being done.
Ryan's firm is representing more than 100 plaintiffs in active litigation against Massage Envy.
I can tell you that the cases that we're handling against Massage Envy completely run the gamut in terms of the nature of the sexual contact involved.
Ryan is not involved in the Sean Robinson cases, which have exposed flaws in a system that is supposed to protect massage clients. According to Chesterfield Police, by the time prosecutors opted to take the rape accusation before a grand jury in March of 2019, the detective who had been working the case had moved on to another position. So a different officer attended the grand jury proceedings and presented the evidence. And yet, for nearly a year, Chesterfield police say they did not know Robinson had been indicted for rape, and they never tried to find him. That is, until CBS 6 contacted them about this case last month. Within days, Chesterfield police arrested Robinson. A spokesperson told us a situation like this is extremely rare, and they are looking to build communication redundancies into their system so it doesn't happen again. But even now, a year after his indictment and days after he was taken into custody, Robinson still has an active license to practice massage in Virginia, and the Virginia Department of Health Professions website makes no mention of the felony rape charge he is facing.
It's pretty scary.
State Senator Siobhan Donovan served on the Board of Medicine for 3 years, and she now sits on the committee that oversees Virginia's health regulations.
In that role, you were able to go ahead with the suspension of a license through a phone call if the person seemed to be a threat to the public right then and there without doing a full investigation.
Absolutely. If somebody was considered a threat to the public, then their license could be suspended.
Donovan says the Virginia Board of Nursing could have taken that action, and she's surprised they did not, considering he was once reprimanded by the board for lying on his license application about past criminal convictions.
My initial thoughts are that he sounds like a danger to public safety.
But because law enforcement and the VDHP conduct separate investigations, and neither entity is mandated to report a sexual assault complaint to the other, Donovan believes the state was in the dark about Robinson's rape indictment.
I have to believe that the Department of Health Professions didn't know that because I've seen them act so swiftly in the past. So we need to make sure that they know when something like that happens.
Meanwhile, the head of the Federation of State Massage Therapy Boards says her organization recognizes the laws in place to protect massage clients vary too much from state to state and need to be tougher.
I really appreciate you giving this your attention. I mean, this is not an incident isolated to Virginia.
Dr. Deborah Persinger says her organization is creating a task force to explore how states can start to regulate massage businesses and mandating that owners report to the state when a therapist is accused of sexual assault.
And in this current climate of deregulation, I mean, massage therapy of all professions, the consumer needs this recourse, that it needs oversight for sure.
We reached out to Massage Envy about Sean Robinson, but they told us they can't comment on specific individuals. The Massage Envy, where he worked in Chesterfield, has since closed. I also found another spa that hired Robinson about 5 months after the alleged assaults at Massage Envy. The owner told me he knew nothing about the complaints made against Robinson, and he had just assumed the Board of Nursing would pull the license of someone in trouble. He says he let go of Robinson anyway after just 2 months for poor performance. Working for you, I'm Melissa Hippolyte for CBS 6.